Hello, everybody. Brady and Charlie here
The
with some Big Brother recap. Now, I know we're a little late. We were talking about what we wanted to talk about. We are going to start with a episode review from the episode tonight, okay? And then we're going to move into live feeds talk, and I will let you know when to click away if you just want to see the episode, but don't click away now. And especially don't click away if you haven't liked and subscribed to the video yet, because I'm going to plug it because I want to get some more subscribers, guys. You got to push this a little bit. So first thing we got to talk about, though, before we get too into the episode, hello, Flamer, Jacob, Maddie. For this episode, should I call Charlie one of three options, all right?
No.
Charlie's going to be one of these three. Should I call him Champ, Sport, or Pal? Which one of the three is Charlie going to be?
All three of those options will be deleted.
So Champ, Sport, or Pal? Which one of those is Charlie? All right.
Oh man, Champ, Sport, or Pal? Wow.
What's Charlie's new nickname?
We were just telling a story how we had some guy come up to me yesterday at work, called me Champ. I was like, "What am I, 6?"
All right, we got 2 votes for Sport, or we got 1 vote for Sport, 2 votes for Pal.
Flamer, Pal? Seriously,
Champ.
bro?
Super Tan says Champ.
Wow.
All right, we're tied, Champ and Pal right now. Oh, God. Hello, Melissa. Just wanted to say hi. Hello. And Justin says dong-a-ling.
Dong-a-ling.
I'm a ding-a-ling. You ding-a-ling. That's like an old school insult. All right, let's get into the episode. All right.
Flat dick.
Bard said rotate. Call him a Jake Pauler. He is a Jake Pauler.
Oh, my God. Dude, Jake Paul will destroy that Deji guy, though. Their boxing match is August 25th.
I thought Logan Paul was fighting KSI.
Yeah, the brothers are fighting the brothers. Logan's fighting the older, and Jake's fighting the younger.
Why is this a thing? All right, let's get into the episode talk. All right, we had a pretty good episode tonight. It was mostly all about the competition. So on Sunday's episode, let's do a quick recap of the whole week thus far. So Angela won HOH, and the hacker hacked into her nominations, and basically the 2 people that ended up, Tyler was the hacker's nomination, and God, who was the other person? Drawing a blank. Who did Angela put up?
She put up Scotty and Rockstar, and Scotty was taken down.
That's right. And who? Rockstar, that's right.
Yeah, Rockstar.
God, Rockstar is so irrelevant. Can we agree? So Rockstar and Scotty were supposed to be on the block. Scotty got taken off. Tyler got put up. Basically, the whole week we were just talking about. I want to see Brady versus Charlie boxing match. Charlie, I'm down. You down? I got a lot of height on Charlie and a big reach advantage. It would not be very good. All right. But anyway, so that's where we stood, and basically most of the episode was everyone wondering who is the hacker, right? We know that it was Haley. However, Haley, and she said this at the end of the episode, she was trying so hard to make sure that she wasn't known as the hacker that she didn't even think that someone else in her alliance could be seen as the hacker. Which ended up happening. The level 6 alliance thought that Bailey was the hacker, and their goal became, we need to take Tyler off the block somehow and get Bailey on the block and backdoor Bailey, send her home, which would, be very interesting considering Bailey still has her power, and she'd be going home with the power. And we'll talk about that later on, about all the powers and stuff like that. Angela had a mustache in this episode. No, I saw Janelle tweet about that on Twitter.
I didn't notice it.
BB Vet, she was like, Angela and her mustache need to go home. I'm like, come on, man. We're going to talk a lot about Angela soon. So, Tyler on the block was a shock. Yeah, it really was. So Haley basically said, Tyler's playing both sides, and I don't like that. And so Haley trying to make a big move. I respect it as a hacker.
Dude, that move was balls of steel.
Like, that was impressive. Good on Haley. Like, that hopefully jumped her up in the rankings for a lot of people. We'll talk about everyone's overall ranking on Jokers later. So we get into the POV competition. The picks go perfect for level 6. And we end up having So we've got pretty much all 4 of the level 6 people that are left, right?
Mhm.
And Scotty and Rockstar. So Rockstar gets out right away. Shocker, because it's an athletic competition. So they do the competition where you got to roll the ball back and forth. You just got a very small slope. Every time I see this competition, I think of that game at the fair, Charlie. You know the game where you got to roll the ball perfect and it has to go over the hump, go up. It's a bowling ball and it's got the little metal track and you got to roll it over the metal track, but it can't come back over the metal track on its way back. You ever play that game?
I'm not putting the image to what you're thinking.
All right, guys, put bowling ball in the chat if you know what's up.
There you go.
The best game. You put a quarter in the machine. It's only a quarter a pull, so you can sit there with $10 and play all afternoon. And you win little tiny prizes. Anyway, so Rockstar was terrible at this challenge, and everyone else was doing really, really well. Scotty won the first round. Casey won the second round. I think Brett may have won the third round. It was crazy. So it went elimination per round. And it went Rockstar eliminated, and then Casey, and then who got out?
So Angela was out second.
Oh, that's right. Rockstar. That's right. Angela dropped it. Rockstar, Angela, Casey, Brett, and then it came down to Scotty and Tyler. Scotty was trying to promise Tyler that he'd take Tyler off the block, and to be honest, I don't think Scotty would have. I think he would have left them the same. But who knows? But Tyler didn't trust Scotty enough to take him off. So Tyler said, "Let's just play for it." Scotty's like, "Cool." So they went at it. It was really close. They had to get 100 points without dropping the ball in the comp. And I think so Tyler won with the 100. And I think Scotty was at like 94. So it was really, really close in the grand scheme of things. So it was a good comp. That would have been one that would have been fun to watch live. I mean,
yeah,
that would have been fantastic to watch live. Let's look in chat real quick.
Bringing people back to host for the 20th season. It's making it special.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jesse, Mr. Spectacular. Jesse, he's been a couple seasons. He came back and hosted the competition. It was all fitness themed, so that was good.
He does a lot for Big Brother. He always reps the brand, so that's cool for him.
Flamer asks, "How are you liking Overwatch?" I like it, man. Me and Z Panther, we play a bunch. Live feeds were nuts. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that after this. So no live feed spoilers till after we're done talking about the episode, but we will cover it. I think that the end of this was the most interesting part. So it was a competition where when you're eliminated, you are handed a prize, and it always starts with the power veto. And then if you get eliminated, you find out what your prize is, and then you can trade it for something else, including the power veto. And so, yeah. So the person that gets eliminated first, they usually end up with a pretty crappy prize because everyone wants the veto. And usually it's just the prizes get passed down like one. Like someone will get eliminated, and then they'll hand up the veto, and it'll just keep going up and up and up. That didn't happen in this. So Angela was eliminated second in this competition and took the power veto, traded it with Rockstar, and Rockstar got a punishment. And Angela ended up holding on to the veto all the way through. So I believe Scotty ended up with $5,000, right? Tyler, pretty much. So Angela convinced Scotty to let her keep the veto. And then she convinced Tyler to let her keep the veto and promised that she'd take him off the block. This was ballsy by Tyler to trust her, and this sneaky great game move on Tyler's part, right?
Yeah, I mean, they don't even suspect it that he's working with her. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw something on Facebook. I got a new principal today, so things are going nuts.
You like the principal?
Yeah, seems really cool. He's young, he's spunky, he's ready to go, and he goes by Dr. J.
Oh, dude, you got to call him Dr. J.
Dude, Charlie, you know what might be a bad omen though? You know what his first name is?
Oh no,
Craig.
Oh, delete. Yep, run.
Run. Find a new job.
No.
Find a new job. So anyway, Angela keeps the veto. Scotty got $5,000. Rockstar got a punishment. Brett got a punishment. Casey got a punishment. And Tyler got a trip to Hawaii. So Tyler got a trip to Hawaii, and he put his trust in Angela. So as long as Angela takes him off, it's a great game move on his part. And it ended up working out for him because Angela took him off the block. And in Angela's speech for the veto, she was like, I know who the hacker is. The hacker has been trying to play me all week, and I'm going to reveal who the hacker is. So, Bailey, you are the replacement nominee. And Bailey's like, yeah, I'm not the hacker. But, of course, like, no one believes her. Everyone's like, oh, that makes sense and stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about some live feeds talk pretty much in, like, a couple minutes here. But what do you think about this move? Bailey's almost certain to go home now, you think, right? Because she has an ally off the block or on the block with her, so that's not a vote for her. Haley, with her hacker ability, can cancel out a vote from the other side, but it still looks like the numbers are going to be too strong. It looks like it's not looking good for Bailey unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler even said it himself. Now that they know that power's there, you have to take her out. I couldn't believe she didn't use it this week, to be honest. I thought that was pretty wild. And this is, we were kind of talking a little earlier. This is the first time in Big Brother I feel like that someone has gone home with a power like this. It happens in Survivor. They'll have the hidden immunity idol or whatnot, but still go home. Unless
you pull our Marcellus and you take off the other person on the block and then get voted out.
Yeah, there you go.
It's one of those things. I mean, it's tough because I really like Bailey. I think she's great. It's just it didn't work in her favor. And at the end of the episode, we saw that Haley was like, yeah, I feel pretty bad because I was so busy on trying to basically cover my own ass that it didn't work out for Bailey. She didn't realize how much it painted Bailey as the hacker. So we'll talk about all the aftermath of everything pretty much now. Yeah. So if you don't want to listen to some stuff that happened on live feeds, if you're waiting for it to go on an episode, which I almost guarantee that what we're about to talk about will be the majority of tomorrow night's episode leading up to the live eviction. So if you want to stay, you can. If you'd rather wait for the episode, then I totally understand. I love you all the same, and have a good night. But if you want to talk some live feeds, here we go. So after the veto competition, Haley felt super guilty. There was a big house meeting, and Haley revealed to the rest of the house that she was the hacker, which ended up sending everything into a tailspin because now Bailey finally is able to tell everyone, that she wasn't the hacker, and maybe, she could go for a last-ditch effort. However, it didn't really work out for Bailey because she kind of went nuts on the house, right?
Mainly at Tyler. Just a lot. It was, the classic Big Brother fight. I trusted you. No, you didn't. And kind of so on and so forth. Just letting it all out on each other. In a house meeting, though, is never a good idea. I mean, it is a good idea for the viewers. But in terms of your gameplay, like Haley doing that, now she's next up. Whereas she was still hidden. Fessy and Rockstar were going to go before her, probably even Scotty. And now she's pretty much next up.
Because it's funny because I saw after Haley used the hacker, everyone saying who's got the best odds to win the game. Everyone said Tyler and Haley. Those were the two.
Yeah.
And now Tyler has been exposed as he was trying to work with Bailey. Now Level 6 knows that he was working with both sides of the house, and Haley is exposed for being the hacker. So my God, things have changed.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Tyler has put on this act to the rest of the house where they all think he's like this wounded animal, and he's so good at it that he got put on the block and Sam was crying. I mean, it's not. I don't even know. The guy's got the magic beans, is what we like to call it.
I got the magic, dude. When did that song come out?
2003.
I was gonna look it up, but I don't know who sang it.
Austin Mahone did a version.
Charlie, go to bed, dude. How you know that is beyond me.
But yeah, some of these things. Next person that gets out is jury. Theoretically, if it's a 9-person jury again, yeah. Bailey being pro Tyler. I mean, this whole alliance is Faute, the Hive, as they never trusted each other. I mean, they're such a dumb alliance.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
It's got to be the worst alliance ever.
It's got to be the worst alliance ever, especially for the fact of the alliance should have been dead when Caitlyn messed everything up.
Oh,
they should have split. They should have cut ties with Caitlyn 100% right away. And stupid Fessy and like Haley. I think Haley really, if she would have had the guts that she has now back then, she would have said, all right, her and Fessy, and at that point, Sam and JC, they could have just split. You know what I mean? And like leave Rockstar and Caitlyn's crazy ass behind and go do your own thing. But it didn't happen. They kept trying to make this alliance a thing. While they got blindsided 3 weeks in a row, and they're still trying to be an alliance.
Even this last one, man, Bailey thought it was Rockstar that did it. How? There was 4 votes that went the right way. You have an alliance of 5, and the other person was HOH. What is so hard?
Flamer, how can you say that Frankie, Devin, Caleb, and them alliances were? I mean, yeah, they blew up faster, but I mean, Frankie and Caleb made it far in the game. I think
when it comes to trusting each other and just being dumb in the game, this alliance is ridiculous.
Think about it. Bailey's going home this week. Rockstar's going home at some point very soon. Haley's going to get voted out. Probably the last one remaining is going to be Fessy, and what the hell is he going to do? So level 6 is going to walk to the end of the game at this point. And the issue is Rockstar, Haley, Fessy, I don't see any of them winning comps either.
No.
And Scotty's just
won too. He's won the vetoes, but I mean, you got to win the HOH. And even then, who knows what he'll do?
Yeah, I mean, and Scotty's not going to go with them. He's not an idiot. Like, Scotty knows that they're not going to be able to support him in competitions. At this point, you have to be like, look, I need to align myself with people that can also win comps. If I'm aligning myself with you, Charlie, and I get put on the block, I need to have faith that if you get picked for veto, that you could win and take me off. If I don't think you can win a damn comp, if I'm Scotty, why would I flip over there knowing that my fate could be in Rockstar's hands to win a comp?
Yeah. I mean, even this week, they had the hacker and they have Bailey's power app, but they still trust the other side. I mean, a big part of this, though, is level 6 is so secret still. I mean, JC has no idea.
That's the other thing. It's another reason why the alliance sucks, because all the individual members suck for the most part. They're all oblivious. And when the power veto competition goes down like that, with Tyler passing up the opportunity, how do they not, like, they literally think that Angela and Tyler aren't working together. They think that that was just like a one-time deal. How stupid can you be?
Yeah, I mean, like Jacob said, because she's pro Tyler. I mean, they all are. They think, I don't know how it didn't click that JC and Tyler have not been on your side of the vote every single week. Fessy won't believe it's JC that's flipping. Bailey won't believe it's Tyler. The only one that's kind of onto Tyler was Rockstar and Haley. But what are they going to do about it? Hopefully win an HOH. Because if a power changes next week, then we're in for something.
Haley tried to pull a Cody and do the, I know what's best for my alliance, I'm just going to do it. And once again, backfired.
I can't believe Sam cried when he was nominated. He has... Tyler is, if we're comparing it to past seasons, Tyler's the Derek and Sam's is Victoria. Like, dude, he's got her under... and I think he'd take her over the other guys.
Absolutely.
Or level 6 when he needs to.
Absolutely.
Exactly. She blamed Rockstar for flipping. Yeah. And JC, yeah. JC,
you know what's going to happen, right? Tyler's going to get all the way to the end with, like, JC. And in Tyler's speech, he's going to be like, yeah, you know, I made big moves. I had to blindside a bunch of you guys. He's going to create a bitter jury on the spot, and JC's going to win.
Oh, I mean, when it comes to bitter jury, if Bailey's our first jury member, Angela's not getting that vote.
How do people let's talk about jury, like, because now let's say Bailey is gonna end up being the first member of jury.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, Tyler needs to do everything he can to get back on Bailey's good side. However, it's not going to happen. You have to start just brown nosing everyone. You really do.
Like Derek.
And in private, exactly. Derek did the right thing. He brown nosed with people. He pumped them up to themselves. Derek did such a good job of making everyone think that everything was their idea. And then at the end, he said, that he had a hand in all the decisions, but he still gave credit to all the other people in the questions and in his speech that ended up winning him the game. He didn't say, "Oh, Charlie, when I voted you out, that was all me." Meanwhile, Dan over here is like, "Dude, I was part of that too," and he's on the jury, and then all of a sudden that's a vote against me. You can't do that. So.
Yeah.
Tyler, Scotty, final two.
Scotty to win.
Charlie, you were talking about it, man. There are a lot of Scotty stands on Twitter.
Scott, dude, I mean, he's doing everything you should be doing in terms of he's not really playing like I'm trying to think because he's not. JC is playing the floater game because JC's not in an alliance.
JC and Sam are just
the real floater game, not the Rachel floater game where she says Victoria was. Victoria had no idea what she was doing in the house.
Victoria was like Fessy, dude. She just
floating is a legit strategy from bouncing. It's not, Scotty. I mean, at this point, I don't see how he gets evicted before some of these people. Do you think level 6 would turn on each other if it got to like the final 7 before they got evicted Scotty? Because I do. No,
because I think Scotty's proven that he's really good at comps. I think it scares them, and I think we could see a scenario, like I said, if I had to guess, let's say the power doesn't really switch all that much. Let's say Bailey goes home, and then Haley next week, and then Fessy the week after that. Then I think Scotty, and then, because they can keep Rockstar hanging around. The two people that they can just keep around are Rockstar and Sam, really.
Sam.
JC theoretically should be good at endurance comps, and if they know what's up in the house, they know that there's an endurance comp as part of the final 3. I don't want to face JC.
No, yeah, I mean,
so I would make sure I don't have to face him in final 3.
Is there anyone you're rooting for right now?
Anyone that I'm rooting for? I mean, on a personal level, I mean, I still like Fessy, and I like Haley, and I appreciate the fact that she's making big moves. I like that side of the house. I just think that it's way too late now to make any big decisions that could actually win them the game. The only thing they can do now is start winning HOHs and slowly pick off that level 6 alliance that they don't even know exists.
I mean, at this point, they're still going to try and evict Scotty before level 6.
They probably would, yeah.
Dang. It's definitely the past couple weeks. We called it, though. Ever since Brett and Winston split up, man, I knew whoever stayed I was going to end up liking. And sure enough, I think Brett's hilarious. And I think he's doing fine in the game. Him laying as low as he did last week when he was on the block is everything you need to do.
Yeah.
He just let Rachel make herself the target. And the next thing you know.
And I also really like Angela. I've liked her all year.
She's playing hard too.
I had her as my number 1, I believe. It's just, I don't know. I really like Angela. And she's been playing hard for like 3 weeks now. It's just CBS hasn't really been giving her the credit on the edits.
Yeah, they didn't give her the credit for flipping those votes.
And they had no choice but to give her the credit on Veto. Like, that was all her cutting those deals to get the veto. And now that's just another thing where if she gets to the end of the game, she can say, hey, I had this many veto comps, and it's going to be one more than what she would have normally said. Because Tyler could have easily taken it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely I mean, this level 6, I think these 4, they have a good chance of going pretty far together.
Casey giving me Gen City vibes. Please no.
Okay.
If Rockstar, Haley, and Fest don't win HOH, they'll go home, but they're so dumb they'll go after Scotty first. Yep. Angela and Brett are great villains. Yeah, I agree. I think
is Brett a villain though? Angela definitely.
Yes.
Angela's the villain that people end up really liking.
Brett is a villain, dude. A lot of people do not like that. And think about the Big Brother demographic, bro. Most people are twice our age. You know, they've been watching this for years and years. They're more of the nerdy type, stuff like that. And they do not like guys like Brett. They just come in, they're just big meatheads. And let's be real, he is a douche.
I mean, in a way, yeah, everyone is. But
Dude, you think Brett is no more or less of an asshole than anyone else in that house?
I mean,
he's the biggest jerk in that house by far. It's good TV, but he's not a good person. I don't think he's gonna win, a Nobel Peace Prize anytime soon for his outstanding character behavior. I know that's not a thing, but I mean, he's funny, but he's definitely one of the more mean-spirited house guests. But I don't think he cares. That's why it's funny. Exactly. Brett has the I don't give an F attitude. Brett gives off great vibes. Oh, absolutely. Coleman says, you described my parents. I am your parent, Coleman. What are you talking about? I'm your dad. I'm all of your dads. All of you are my children. It's like, what? How old are you? Dude, whoa. Today is 8/8/18.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Brett will be known for his speeches. If he doesn't win.
Oh, absolutely. And what did he type out? What did he write out on Sunday?
Anal lice. and dude, he typed it in. It had like this little smirk and giggle. He's like, it's little things, man.
Oh my God. Okay, so last thing I want to touch on with feeds and the game in general. So Tyler has the sole remaining power, and I don't think anybody, no one suspects it, like you said. Or if they suspect that Tyler has a power, there's no way they suspect he has a power that can keep him off the block because he was on the block, right?
Yeah, exactly. He was on the block, so they're not going to think twice about it now, and I wouldn't blame them.
Especially if Haley wins HOH and she's like, all right, Tyler, get on the block. He's like, nope.
Yeah, about that. Oh, my
God. All right. Did you hear, since Caitlin didn't come back, we can't have a double eviction, so someone will come back from jury?
I mean, it'd almost be a nice twist if they didn't have a double eviction. Everyone always expects one.
Yeah, we got to have one.
At some point, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. I mean, but I agree. Someone will probably come back because usually they have the ability for someone to come back, and they didn't do it the first 4. And they didn't get to do it with the power. So if Big Brother was anticipating an extra time for that, because I see what you're saying, they were kind of planning on someone will come back into the house, and then the double eviction will put them back on schedule. Whereas now they can't do a double eviction because they're one more person up than they thought they were going to have. So, I do and don't like the game Tyler's playing, though. It's all preference. I think Tyler was playing a much better game last week. I don't think getting in an argument with really anybody.
This is smart.
Yeah. Let's see. Scotty, Haley, and Fessy final 3.
That'd be wild.
Sure.
If there's no one from level 6 in the final 3, I would be shocked.
Tyler would have to have a mental breakdown and feel so bad for getting rid of Bailey that he just wins comp after comp and carries all of them to the end. And then they vote him out final 4. Just want Bailey to stay and Rockstar to go. I wish, man. I don't think it's happening. Bailey screams at Tyler. It's in tomorrow's episode. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the majority of tomorrow's episode before the live
house meeting and the build up to it. And we'll see Brett going with Granny, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah. And Jacob said Bailey's going home after today. Yeah, Bailey has not been doing herself any favors. And she also revealed everybody in the house knows now that Bailey has that power.
And they know specifics of it. I don't know how you could tell anyone.
Yeah.
Even in Haley's part, like, I know you feel bad, but how could you tell anyone you had that?
Justin said, I think Tyler will lose and he'll go home in 4th. that's probably a good spot for Tyler to go home. Or third. Fourth or third, he's gonna be one of those guys that makes it near the end and people are like, oh crap, we gotta get rid of him. They'll all band together, it'll be a 3-0 vote and see you later, Tyler. Or 2-0 vote. Or no, it'd just be one. That's right. Final four, it's just a one-person cast.
HOH just takes him out. Or the fuck.
The one person left, yeah. All right, so Joker rankings, I'll flip it over right now. So I like to show these occasionally, as you guys know. So this is the days, and each day you can go on to Joker's website, jokersupdates.com up here. You can go in here, and so you see that like last week Caitlin was like the least liked, and then this week it flipped pretty much. We can see when the house meeting was, right? Actually, no, that was before house meeting. That was that she went power crazy with her HOH. So she had the HOH right here. So you could see as she was HOH, people really started to not like her. And then she's kind of been crazy the past couple of days. Understandably, if I was on the block, I'd be a little crazy as well. And then it's funny, Scotty nominee one day. But pretty much Jokers, they like good gameplay, so that's why I can see Tyler. Angela's making her way up. Sam is kind of staying near the top because people like her personally. I personally don't think she's playing a great game, but it's whatever. Scotty somewhere near the middle, and let's be honest, it says something when I guess I can't highlight one row, when Steve is ahead of all these people. If the first person evicted is ahead of you on these rankings, that means people probably don't like you.
Yeah, pretty true.
There we are, back from the blob. Anyway, I have to be at school for meetings 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow, Charlie. Whoa. So I'm gonna. No. I told Trey that I might hop on and play a little bit of Xbox, but man, we'll see.
We'll see. Preseason football tomorrow.
Preseason football, and we're a couple weeks away. Oh, that reminds me, Charlie. I'll make an announcement. Remind me. Next podcast we do, I got to announce at the beginning of the podcast. We are once again doing the Visoki Entertainment Fantasy Football League. It will probably be on NFL.com. So download the NFL.com fantasy football app. I like to do the fantasy draft somewhere between the third and fourth week of the preseason. So we've got like 3 weeks to do it. But I'll schedule a live draft for us at some point. I'll have a little podcast just talking about live draft, and I'll even stream the live draft as it's happening, which is always terrible for me because
get to see your strategy.
Exactly. I like to have all my spreadsheets pulled up and everything. I get nerdy with it. And then before we go, Charlie, how you liking the new place, man?
Not bad. Got some stuff to fix. So what? One more thing. I see. What happens with the power if Bailey's gone? I think that power is gone.
Yeah, the power's gone if Bailey's gone. Tyler will be the last person with the power. So
that should be interesting. The goods.
All right. So DM me on Twitter at Visoki Tweets. I think Charlie also has access to it, but I don't think he's ever on there. Charlie's always on his. And
control account.
Yeah, his is like at something Charlie something. I can't remember. Whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna go plan, maybe pet this cat, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. Click the bell so you know when we go live. And what are you doing with your hands, bro?
I was doing the long one. I don't know what it was.
Okay, we're leaving. Bye.